Dave, sorry I missed you earlier. Can you just fill us in on what you've been doing the past few weeks in terms of charity work? I know you have been out of town.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll kind of touch base on a little bit. I've been out of town because I've been training with my trainer in Dallas, who I've been with the past 3 years. And that was something that, I cleared with the coaches before I left, and I didn't want to be a distraction. I didn't want to look like I was putting myself above the team. I definitely talked to the coaching staff, talked to a few of my teammates as well, and cleared with them before I left, and wanted to let them know that I wasn't just abandoning them. I wasn't just going for a vacation. That I was going to work. I was going to do something that I felt like was beneficial to my career and beneficial to myself physically. So, been working just like I was telling these guys. I've been with her for 3 years. She knows how my body works. She knows how I am mentally. She knows how fast I recover, how fast I don't recover, how far to push me, how far not to push me. And so, with this kind of recovery, it's very strenuous. It's very meticulous. And so, with her, I was able to make sure we were able to make sure that everything was taken care of, and she did a great job. And I feel like I'm ready to go.
Did you weigh that against, being here to be getting to know the guys, being in team meetings, and just kind of getting the team camaraderie thing going?
Definitely, that was the hardest part, and that was that was what was driving me to stay here. And fortunately, nowadays with the technology and with things that, my iPad, I was able to see every practice. I was able to see every rep. I was able to see every playbook installment they're putting in. I wasn't able to physically be here and experience the camaraderie with my teammates, which was the hardest part for me. But I was able to physically get ready, mentally get ready. Now it's time for me to kind of work on the chemistry with my teammates and get to know some of the guys.
Did you read everything to feel how we were reacting to it?
I'm sorry?
Did you read everything to see how we were reacting to them?
To them, as far as
the Browns practices?
I know, I have not. I don't read you guys. I'm sorry. I listen to Chud, and that's about it.
I was following you on Twitter, and I noticed that you've been doing, I think, a fair amount of charity work and some trips.
Fair amount of good work.
Can you kind of run us through what you've kind of been up to?
Yeah. Well, in January, two of my brothers and I started an orphan care ministry, and it's aimed at building an orphanage for the kids. We're actually going to be in Haiti now. First orphanage going to be in Haiti, and building these kids an orphanage to give them a home and to help these kids find a purpose in life, and give them food, give them water, give them shelter, and ultimately give them love, give them a family, give them a belonging to society. Because a lot of times these kids, you see them and they feel like they don't have a purpose in life. They feel like they don't belong. They don't feel like they have an identity. And so we want to give these kids love and teach the kids to be a family, so that when they're turning 18, 19 years old and they're aging out of the system, they're not becoming just another orphan. Orphans aren't creating more orphans. They're becoming a valuable member of society. They're becoming a difference maker. And so that's something that we've kind of taken on, and we're very passionate about.
How did that become an issue for you?
I went on a mission trip about 1.5 years ago, and I've always been, just when you think about kids who don't have a mother and father, it just touches your heart. And so I've always been an advocate. I've always had a soft spot in my heart for these kids, and but until you actually go and you meet them, and you kind of get to hug them and you get to see them, and a lot of times in life, we do things, whether or not we consciously or unconsciously, we do it to get something out of it, and a reward or some type of motivation, whatever it may be. But when you go and love on these kids, you spend time with these kids, they don't have anything to give you. You don't get any fame, you don't get any attention. All you get from them is love. And for me, that's the greatest fulfillment you can ever get, is by being loved by somebody. And being loved by a 5-year-old kid who doesn't have a mother and a father, doesn't have a home, doesn't have anything to eat. All he wants to do is play soccer with you.
Yeah.
There's something special about that. There's something that definitely touched my heart. And like I was telling these guys, I've been a benefactor for a long time, and sending money and sending prayers and helping people out behind the scenes for a long time. And then when I finally got to meet a couple of kids and got to be actually in the environment, I couldn't sit back and just watch anymore. I had to be a part of it. I had to be in the front line and go get my hands dirty. And so we felt like it was time for us to kind of, as brothers, to kind of step up and kind of release this family atmosphere into these kids and to give them a chance in life.
So, and did